Alright, what's up everyone? Welcome back for Alliance War Season 28. This is War number 10, coming down to the end of the season here. Poseidon matched up against KE, and this is a little bit of a longer video. We've got 5 fights for you today. We'll go ahead and check out the opponent. They finished Platinum 2 last season. We have a higher prestige than them, so it felt like a pretty good matchup going into it. There's our rank. Before we start the war, you can see we were 25th in Platinum 1, so right on the verge, teetering on Platinum 2. We're going to bring a pretty familiar attack team today. It's Human Torch, Mole God, and White Magneto, House of X, for those valuable pre-fights. And we're going to go ahead and hop in here. Check out the map. We're going Path 4 today in Section 1, Immortal Hulk, Silver Surfer. Those are different placements. It'll be my first time taking them on Path 4 this season, so we'll see how that goes, but scouting it out, I don't really see any issues with those fights. We're going to apply a pre-fight along the way, and then we're going to go over, take that Mr. Negative fight, which should be pretty interesting. That's the Bubble Shield node, I think. And then we're going to go on Path 3 in Section 2 with the AntMan there. And then we do have one mini-boss fight today. We're going to be taking down the Mr. Fantastic in the corner. The rest of the mini-boss placements are pretty common. I think these are pretty standard. Nothing too out of the ordinary here. And a Dr. Doom boss, which we have not seen a lot this season, but looks good. Let's go ahead and hop into it and check out our first fight. So we have Immortal Hulk. We have taken him as a mini-boss a few times this season with Nick Fury, where he is very beefy, very chunky. On this node, his HP is not nearly as much, 194,000. Steady build-up Fury, running on fumes, heal block debuff, Wilder down nodes. Nothing that makes this fight really too complicated. We're going to use Moleman, we're going to bleed him, and that way he will not enter his immortal phase when he dies, so we don't have to worry about him going unblockable and cheating death there at the end. And you can see we're just going to be purifying these debuffs along the way. Every time we get that fatigue debuff, we purify it, we get the Fury, and with that Fury we are hitting a lot harder. And we enter Frenzy right here, so we can get those guaranteed crits and bleeds. And we're going to bait out the special one. We are at full health, a full yellow bar here. This is going really well so far. Very easy fight. We're going to keep our Frenzy up with a heavy attack there. Trying to bait out this special one. There it goes. Once we get to a special 2, we know this fight's over. We throw it. And it would be very surprising to have him survive this. He actually did, though. I was kind of shocked. But the bleeds are ticking him down, and there he goes. Very easy fight. Moleman just doing Moleman things. Got the full attack bonus, and Immortal Hulk goes down 21 hits, which for him, considering how large his health pool is very, very fast. So that felt good. Very easy fight to start this war. We're going to move on to Silver Surfer, and he's another 6-star rank 3, and the nodes are similar here. It's the steady build-up Fury, long distance relationship, heal block debuff, insult to injury nodes. Again, nothing that Moleman can't deal with. He's just going to be purifying every debuff we get, and once we do purify those debuffs, we get the Fury, and we're just smacking super hard. So pretty much the same thing that happened in the first fight is going to happen here. We're just going to be purifying debuffs all along the way. We do miss a parry there, but we have 5 Furies, or 6 Furies, whatever that is, and we're just smacking him around super hard. We don't even need to go into our Frenzy here. We're just going to chuck off the special one, and boom. 19 seconds? 20-second fight? Okay. Thank you, Moleman. That's a 6-star rank 3 defender, and we just took him down 20 seconds in 18 hits. So, full attack bonus achieved, and Moleman is kind of just a cheat code for that path. It's no wonder why I keep being assigned Path 4 with Moleman. It's because he just destroys it. And along the way here, we're not going to take this fight. We are just going to apply our guidance boost here for someone else. That Mordo can be very tricky. I've seen and taken that fight before, and it's kind of a pain. But let's move on to our third fight of the war, which is going to be a Mr. Negative. And this is a new defender for me in war. I have never fought a Mr. Negative this season. He's a 6-star rank 3. I've also never taken a fight on this node before. EMP modification, bubble shield, Burden of Might, aspect of evolution. So this fight can be a little complicated, and with Moleman, I just kind of assumed I would be taking a hit at some point in this fight. and just prepare myself for it. I'm really heavily boosted. We're at full health. We've got a ton of HP. I know taking a hit, taking a combo is not going to kill me, so I feel pretty safe. We're going to go ahead and try to build our monster mass so we can get into the frenzy. The power drain aspect on this node is going to affect our ability to throw specials, unfortunately, so I know the majority of our damage is going to come from these guaranteed crits and the bleeds. So I'm just holding block here so I can retaliate, and there we go. We get all the criticals. Our bubble shield is at 7, so we have to bait out the special 2. And he's getting a little stingy with it. He throws it after a few dexes. We're still in our frenzy, not worried. We are at 9 on the bubble shield, so we know that we're going to have to take an unblockable attack probably at some point. I don't want it to be the special because it's hard to evade and he reverses the controls. So there's the hit that we knew we were going to take, but fortunately the bleeds kill him in the process. And the hit only took like 30-20% of our health, something like that. So very minimal, and we take him down 23 hits. And again, that's a pretty easy fight. Mr. Negative can be a little more challenging. The reverse controls kind of throw me off, and I don't like dexing the special 1. I don't have a lot of practice at it, but like I said, our guaranteed crits and the bleeds did most of the work there. So let's move on. This is a 6-star at rank 2 AntMan. Boost buff, enhanced armor up, Chitinous Thorns node. AntMan doesn't gain an armor up buff, so we don't have to worry about the nodes here. This is literally just an AntMan fight. I'm just rereading the nodes here just to make sure I'm not missing anything because the placement doesn't make a whole lot of sense. You can see the boosts we have on there. We got a combat regen boost left over from the Mr. Negative fight, so we're going to trust that to heal us up a little bit here and hopefully end this fight with more health than we entered it. And with Moleman, it's the same strategy we've been employing this entire war. We're just going to try to build our monster mass. We can enter frenzy, and once we are in frenzy, we know that the crits and the bleeds are going to end this fight. So we're going to try to bait out a special 1 here, and this AntMan is super passive, super defensive in the beginning. Fortunately, he throws it right there, and we're going to try to get some heavies off here because we want to build our monster mass. We haven't had a chance to build it. So right here, we're going to heavy attack, and one more heavy should do it, but we're actually going to enter our frenzy by holding the block instead. I forgot that I did that. And chuck off the big special 2, and there's just so much damage coming off that. I don't think he glanced any of those hits. Or no, he is glancing them. So even though we have guaranteed crits, his glancing mechanic is still causing them to not critical. But it's fine. The fight only took a minute, and we do finish with more health than we entered. So the combat regen boost worked. We didn't take any hits. We take him down with the full attack bonus and 33 hits. But again, AntMan is not a threatening opponent. Very easy, very straightforward fight. And Moleman is just a mole god. So let's move on. Last fight of the war, Mr. Fantastic. He's a 6-star rank 3. Initially for this fight, I was assigned Moleman, but after thinking about it, Moleman would not benefit from the White Magneto guidance pre-fight because he's not a hero or a metal champion, and I do not like not having the ability to consistently parry stun this fight because of the Limber node, so the Limber would be in full effect, and even though Moleman is still a very good counter here, I just didn't feel comfortable with it. So we are going to apply the White Magneto pre-fight and the Human Torch pre-fight and actually use Torch instead. That was my call, so thank you to the officers for letting me do that. That was something I felt comfortable with. So let's see how this fight goes. In my head, I thought this would be a very, very good matchup, even though we have no class advantage or anything like that. My thinking was that the Nova Flames would just be doing so much damage to him that there's no way this fight would last too long, because the Nova Flames are just so powerful. They're such a silver bullet for Human Torch. He just basically gets a free kill from using this pre-fight. And it's not a perfect fight from me. I think I played okay, but the matchup was not as great as I thought it was. Moleman probably could have finished this fight faster, to be honest, but being able to consistently parry just makes me feel more comfortable. And having that passive stun is really great. And he hasn't evaded us yet, which is good, because he can't evade us while he's stunned. Even though he has placed a few debuffs on us from that special 1, you can see the taunt and the stagger. But we're at full health because we are healing through willpower from them, which is very nice. We've avoided the degen for the most part. It's gotten on us like once or twice very quickly, but he's throwing specials very liberally, and they're easy to evade. And as long as we can hit him every, what is it, 8 seconds or something, we're fine. I slip up and I take a hit there, and I kind of whiff on an attack. So there's brute force. We're degenerating slowly. Not too bad. We're back in a good spot here, though. We just need to throw the special. We get a nice dex on it. And we're going to throw the special 3 here just because the degen came back on me, and I just wanted to get rid of it very quickly. We do have to be careful now because this is going to give us a debuff from throwing a special. I was trying to avoid throwing a special in this fight just to avoid that debuff, because now he has a chance to evade us, and he does right there. So he gets the power gain from it. Fortunately, it's not a huge power gain, and we're in really good shape still. We're still healing from willpower from the debuffs he's applied. He's at 11%. This fight is pretty much over, but it is coming up on 2 minutes, which is a very long time to be in a fight, especially for Alliance War with that fight duration counter now. And fortunately, we get him down. 2-minute fight. We finished with 97% health, so we were not in any danger of losing it, but yeah, it wasn't the best matchup. I thought it would go a lot faster. Ultimately, not a big deal, but yeah, maybe next time Moleman would have been the faster option. But all's well that ends well, and we got a shot of the BG3 comparison. So this is our battle group. We only died 1 time, which is really good, so we fought really well as a group. And our defense racked up 5 kills, which for one battle group is quite a bit at this level, so that felt pretty good. And it translated to a team win, which is great. A much needed victory for us, because you remember we were ranked 25th in Platinum 1 going into it. A loss here may have taken us to Platinum 2 is my guess, but it would have been close. Check out the overall stats for the war. It was very, very close. Only a 3 defender kill difference, so credit to our opponents. They played very well. They died 12 times. We only died 9. And every time we can keep it to single digits, that is a very good sign. Gives us a good chance to win. And it's a good thing, too, because our fight duration was quite a bit longer than theirs. So they would have had the tiebreaker. And we really needed those defender kills. So very fortunate to get the win. Again, good war to our opponents, though. It was a pretty nice matchup and a very clean war both ways. But check out the rankings, man. I mean, this is just crazy. I mean, a win at this level only moves us up 2 spots. So we're still at rank 23, which is really tough. And we have that tier 2 multiplier there. That's partially the reason why a win doesn't give us much. But yeah, we are still a little too close to Platinum 2, I think, for all of our comforts. So, yeah, hopefully we can finish strong, get a few more wins, and move on and get Platinum 1 rewards this season. So, hopefully you enjoyed this video. It was a little bit longer. Drop a like if you did, though. Subscribe if you want to see more, and we'll catch you in the next one. See ya.